What is up, you guys? Welcome to another video with Big Brother D. Today we're going to be talking about why discipline is king. Alright, so let's get right into it. Guys, with anything in life you need discipline, and I know I've said it multiple times in the past. I'm not going to use traditional examples like my past wrestling or fighting experience, whatever it may be, but with discipline, you need discipline for anything if you want to achieve anything in life, because to tell you the truth, motivation is only the initial flame, but motivation even dies out. There's going to be days you're not motivated. There's going to be days you're not going to be wanting to do certain things. You're not going to want to get up on time, whatever it may be. So you're just going to need to have discipline be the fallback. It's going to need to be the foundation for how you elevate and grow over time, you know, because life isn't just a straight line up. It goes up and then down and then up and then down. But it's all about building habits. It's all about curating your life in a way that supports your dreams, your goals, your aspirations. I'm gonna mention really quickly, a little bit off topic, but I saw a really good video on TikTok yesterday. It was I don't know what the abbreviation for his name is, but he's a famous streamer. His name's DDG, and he was talking about how life goes up and down like a roller coaster, right? So he's talking about, man, it's always tough going up the first time, right? You're going up, and then something happens, and then it goes down, right? But he said it's not necessarily bad that you're going down, right? Because when you're going down, you're not having momentum to bounce back and go to the next like hump or the next ramp, you know? So every time you go up, the initial climb, it's gonna be the hardest. It's gonna be the hardest, and then you're gonna plateau, and then you're gonna drop, and it's gonna come back up, and you're gonna be riding that momentum up the next hill to go to greater and greater things. And in life, God or just circumstances in general are gonna happen, you know, like God's gonna want you to grow in this way, or this is gonna happen in your life where maybe you lose your job, you lose someone you love, you deal with loss, or you deal with a hardship, you have arguments with a friend or something, you know, there's always gonna be difficulty in life, but it's about riding that high and then, or climbing that high and then riding the lows and using the low for motivation and for refocusing and alignment to shoot yourself back up to the next high. And that's just how life goes, right? Up and down, up and down, up and down. And eventually you're gonna reach the point where you're up, you know, compared to 10, 5, 20 years ago, even 1 year ago, whatever it may be. You're gonna be in a much better place if you look at life that way. But back to discipline. Guys, we need to have good habits. We need to be disciplined. We need to be going to the gym every day for our health. I was just telling my girlfriend the other day, I don't want to be an old man who can't, you know, who can't go do hikes or do jujitsu. I love jujitsu. I want to be able to do jujitsu for as long as I can, you know. My dad, for example, he's 52. He's been doing jiu-jitsu like his whole life, right? And he's still out here destroying all of us. It's hilarious. Like 52-year-old dude just destroying all of us, you know, but that's years of experience, right? But I want to be like that. I want to be like that, and I want to be able to go on hikes, and I want to have energy to do things. I want to be able to go to work out at the gym. I want to be able to have energy to go travel, be able to have energy to mess around with my future like nephews or my future kids and stuff, like play around, play video games with them, play soccer with them, whatever it may be. But the point is I want to have energy. So that's the goal I have. I want to have energy in the future. That's my goal. I want to have energy in the future. I want to be able to do certain activities in my future. But in order to do that, I got to work constantly. That means I got to work out. I got to diet correctly. And I got to have certain habits in mind to take care of my health so that when I'm 50, 60, 70 years old, I can still be a healthy man and still be able to, you know, have energy to do the things I want. But that's its own example, right? But it's just discipline, right? Like you set a goal, you have your habits, you know, you line them up, and you're just every day a little bit, 1% better each day is what my old assistant wrestling coach would say. 1% better each day. It's not supposed to happen overnight. Nothing is. But you're gonna look back in time and be like very thankful for the good habit you built and the discipline and dedication you've had towards your goal, right? It's better to look back in 20 years and be like, man, I'm so glad I went on a walk for even a mile a day, 2 miles a day, or I would run for 4 miles a day, or I would do jujitsu 5 days a week, or whatever it may be. Or let's talk about business, let's talk about jobs, career-wise, or even like mental growth, right? I'm so glad I did research, I put the time in, I talked to people, I networked, I learned through YouTube, I learned through courses, whatever it may be. But it's all about discipline, and it's all about pouring time and energy into what you want to grow. The grass, your grass, right? Your life here, it's your grass. You need to water it. You need to water it so it grows, right? You don't want to water something that's not going to be productive. You want to water something that's going to be for you, so that you can do great things and provide a great life for not only yourself, but for the others around you. But guys, I think I'm gonna make a second video on this. I want to elaborate more on this, but this is a quick video. I need to go soon. I need to go teach. So I'll see you guys in the next one. I know it's been a short, very brief video. How many minutes has it been? 6 minutes or so? So a little short video, but I kind of like these little bite-sized videos. What do you guys think? Let me know. I don't mind doing the 10-minute long videos, but I prefer a little bit shorter, a little bite-sized, to the point. And yeah, man, if there's any examples, or if there's any videos you guys would like me to create, I have a pretty hefty list of like 9 video ideas right now, so I got a good backlog to work off of. But if there's any video ideas you guys would like to see from me, hit me up, comment, text me, whatever it may be. And yeah, man, we'll talk about it, all right? I'll see you guys on the next video. It's been Big Brother D. I hope you guys have a good one. Love.